Hi, this is James Gordon October Live here with my newest book haul. Today I went to the Book Riot here in Niagara Falls and I had an excellent time. I left there a bit early and the lineup wasn't too bad, so that was good. It didn't take too long to get inside, and when I did, there wasn't that many people, but as I was leaving, there was a lot more people there, so I'm glad I went there early to get the good stuff. And I was hoping this year to beat my previous record of books I got at the Book Riot, which was 62. Unfortunately, I got 31, but hey, that's better than nothing. So maybe next year I'll top that record of 62. So I got a lot of action books, thriller books. I got a lot of fantasy and some science fiction books. Um, the one thing I would say I was a little disappointed with this book with this book right was did not have a lot of science fiction. Like last year they had so much science fiction, like a lot, and this year they didn't have that much. It was like kind of like not that much. Maybe that these books are all donated to people who don't want them, so maybe next year more people will donate some science fiction books and stuff. But they did not have a lot of science fiction like they did last year, and I really wish they would bring back horror too, because years ago they used to have tables with horror, and I used to find some good books there. Now they put horror into like in the mystery slash literature section, and it's just the typical Stephen King, Dean Koontz, and all the other writers. And when I looked for that section, I already have like most of all the Stephen King books I already own. Um, there was one edition they had of Running Man, but it was a later edition with Stephen King's name, and I want that original edition with Richard Bachman on it, so they didn't have that. And it's just yeah, but the horror section is not really that good. I would maybe who knows, maybe they'll bring that back if they do or not. But anyway, so I had a good time there. I got some movies too, but mostly books. All right, let's get started. All right, first book I got Night Watch by Sergei Lukyanenko. All right, this is from Maxima Books, and this is from 2006. This is a urban fantasy series set in Moscow, and this was actually originally published in the 90s, so it's set in the 90s, and it wasn't published in English till 2005 or 6 when they did the movies, and they are atrocious. They are absolutely terrible. Just avoid the films. The books are a lot better. They're a lot better. The films like follow like the first few pages of the book and then it just goes its own direction. But anyway, this is basically about many years ago. There was this battle between two sides, the light and dark side. And when neither side could win, they hold a truce. So and then basically years later, the Watch is the light side. Basically, their job is to patrol the dark side, which is basically they're trying to like secretly take over the world, and they're trying to do it secretly. And the Watch basically is tasked with stopping them. The main character is recruited to join the Watch after some incident happens. He's involved in, and these people have like powers and stuff. They can like teleport to different places. They can turn to animals. There's a woman that can turn to a tiger. There's a guy that can turn to a bear, and then there's one character I remember. He's like a speed demon. He turns into a cobra. People can do magic tricks and stuff, and they can defy like laws of gravity and stuff like that. It's a really good series, and this offer has some other books I like to check out, but unfortunately, I think this is the only series of his that's been translated to English. Maybe something else has published in English, but all his other books are in Russian. So he has a bunch of other books I like to check out, but they're in Russian, so I'll have to translate those from Russian to English. Okay. All right. Okay, next. The Bourne Legacy by Eric Van Lustbanner. This is from St. Martin's Press, and this is from June 2004. This is a continuation of the Robert Ludlum series, the Bourne series. This continues on. I think this one's set a few years after the events of the Bourne Ultimatum. So I've heard mixed things about this. Some people like it, some don't, and this has gone on for quite a while. Now there's another offer that's continuing the series, so I decided after I read the Robert Ludlum series on the channel, I'll definitely check this series out, and if I like this book, and if I do or not, I'll check out the other ones. I want to get this book in paperback, but they had all the other editions, which I was kind of tempted to get now, but I decided just to get Legacy for now. And I did find one edition in paperback, but the cover had a sticker on it, and when I peeled it off, it made it sticky. So I stuck with the hardcover. Okay, next, Desert Fire by David Hanberg. This is from Torg. Huh, I didn't know they did thriller stuff. And this is from 1993. This is like set in the Middle East. It has something to do with Nazis and Saddam Hussein. So sounds interesting. All right. This next book I got here because I got it just mostly because of the cover. Mining the Ort by Frederick Poole. Really cool cover. This is from Del Rey, and this is published in August 1992. This is like a science fiction crime thriller, like about like a criminal, a mining company, and they're doing things they're not supposed to be doing, and some miner discovers what's going on. Kind of similar to the movie Outland. So I'm looking for checking this out. All right, next, Chain of Command by Dale Brown. This is from G.P. Poopman's Sons, and this is from 1993. This is part of another series of his. When I was actually last night, on what was it? On Monday night into Tuesday, I was in the process of updating my book list I own, like books I own. I was going to originally add them to my phone, so that way I knew what books I owned already. So when I went to the Book Riot, I don't know what books I already had and what ones to get and not get. I am not finishing that. I have so many books. I got to like the R section, and I was like, 36 pages. I'm nowhere near done. Then I'm going to have to update the list again with all the books I got. So when I was going through the Dale Brown books, I have the second and fourth book in this series. This is the third one, so now all I have to do is get that first book in this series. Okay, next. Slate by Greg Bear. Gorgeous cover artwork by Jim Burns. And this is the back. All right. This is from Torg. And this is from July 1997. This is part of a series, and this is the fourth book in the series, so at least I got the fourth one now. I just have to get the other ones. Okay, next. Caribbean by James A. Micheliner. A nice cover, and then there's the R from the back. All right. This is from... Okay, this is from Random House, and it's got this really nice illustration in it. All right. And this is from 1989. What this author does, he mostly writes historical fiction, so he does history, but then he adds like fiction into it. This guy has done a few like fictional books, but he does mostly like historical fiction, so I heard a lot of good things about this author. So I look forward to checking this series out. And the last hardcover book I got, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adam. This has the first 4 books in his Hitchhiker's Guide series. This is from Hyman, London. And this is from 1987. So this has the first 4 books in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the series, which is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, Life, the Universe, and Everything, So Long, and Thanks for All the Fish. I heard this is a very popular like science fiction comedy series, and I tried the first book years ago, and I didn't get into it, so I'd like to give this another try. So I'm hoping that when I go to reread it, I'll enjoy it. Okay. Okay, the next set of books I got now, as I said, they did not have a lot of science fiction books, and I was hoping to find some more L. Ron Hubbard stuff. I was hoping to find a hardcover edition of Battlefield Earth, along with the Mission Earth series, because last year they had that, and I didn't get that, and I was hoping to get a nice hardcover edition of Battlefield Earth so I can replace my paperback. They didn't have that, or the Mission Earth, so I'll have to order that. But one thing I did find though was L. Ron Hubbell's early stuff, The Toughest Ranger, as back in the 30s and 40s he wrote for the pulp era. This is from Galaxy Press, and this is from 2012. So this has 3 short stories by L. Ron Hubbell: The Toughest Ranger, The Ranch That No One Would Buy, Silent Pards, and then it's got a preview of some other story of his, The Magic Quill, and then it's got some history about Ron Hubbell and the pulp era and stuff. And is it this one? Oh no, that's a different book. Yeah, this is interesting. I was kind of curious what his early stuff is like, and then I also got Dead Men Kill. That's a really cool cover. All right, and this is from Galaxy Press, and this is from 2008, and this just has the one story, Dead Men Kill, but then it's got a preview of The Carnival of Death, and I think it has some illustrations in it, but for checking these books out. Alright. Okay, more on science fiction. Children of Dune by Frank Herbert. The 3rd book in the Dune series. This is from Ace, and this was first published by Berkeley in 81. Then the 31st reprint of 86, and this edition is 87. This is the 3rd book in the Dune series. Now I have American edition, so I'm hoping when I go to read this, I'll like this a lot better than Messiah of Dune. And the other Frank Herbert book I got, Chapter House Dune, the last book he wrote, which was his last book he wrote before he passed away. All right, this is from Ace, and it was first published by G.B. Puma & Sons at 85, and then Berkeley paperback in 86, and this edition is from 87. So this is the last book that Frank Herbert wrote, and then his son and then Arthur would continue the Dune series after that. Okay, next, Starfist Blood Contact by David Sherman and Dan Craig. It's a really cool cover. This is book 4 of the Starfish series. So when I was going through these books, I saw the title. I thought, wait a minute, that looks familiar, and I realized, oh yeah, I have some of the books from the series. This is from Del Rey, and this was published in December 1999. This is a series about a bunch of soldiers stranded on a planet fighting aliens and other hostile creatures. So I have to look forward to checking the series out. And then this is the other book I got, book 5, Techno Kill. Again, nice cover artwork. This is from Del Rey, and this is from August 2000. Okay, this is a book that was on my wish list. Gravity Dreams by L.E. Modest Jr. Really nice cover. Alright, this is from Torg? Yeah, this is from Torg, and this was first published July 1999. This edition is 2000. This is like a science fiction action book, so I'm looking forward to checking this book out. Okay, another one that was on my wish list, All You Need Is Kill, under the alternate title Edge of Tomorrow, by Hiroshira Husakura. Alright. This is from Hiroka Soro, San Francisco, and this was first published in 2004. This edition is May 2014, a tie-in with the film from Viz Media. This is like a science fiction war story about a Japanese man is drafted into the war, and he's placed in this like mech suit that kind of like enhances his strength and reflexes, and they're fighting against this alien race, and each time that he dies, he comes back, and he's kind of time loop, and there's more to this war. So I'm looking forward to checking this book out, and if I like it, I like to get the paperback with the original title, All You Need Is Kill, with a much better cover than this shitty movie poster with Tom Cruise on it. Alright, next, Ronald Hubble presents Writers of the Future, Volume 10. When I saw this, I thought, oh, what the hell, I'll get it because I got the other ones. And this one has got like an advertisement. This is like the 10th anniversary for this event, so it's got like an advertisement for all the other books, and then it's got like some um, it's got like a bunch of advertisement for the event and stuff. So it's got some photographs of people winning this um, writing contest, I guess, for this event and stuff. And I was just going through this, but it's got like a bunch of pictures of like different writers and stuff. So it's got a lot. But then I saw this, the L. Ron Hubble Writing Workshop. I bet that was interesting. Okay, and this has a whole bunch of stuff in it. I'm not going to show, but it's got advertisements for like a bunch of other books and stuff. Oh yeah, and the pulp books I got, it has also an ad for like other books and stuff. Like that's one thing you don't see in paperbacks anymore. Or books like publishers advertising like books and stuff. And then I remember some older books I read, they were advertising like other things for like cigarettes and stuff. But anyway, this is from Bridge Publications. This was published, and this edition was 1994. So this has a bunch of science fiction fantasy writers and gorgeous cover artwork by Frank Frazetta. So I'll definitely look forward to checking this book out. All right, on to thriller and action stuff. Warrior Class by Dale Brown, and it's got this really interesting die cut inside. All right, this is from Berkeley, and this is from first published G.B. Pootman's Sons hardcover, May 2001. This Berkeley edition is May 2002. This is part of the Patrick McLennan series. So, as I said, I was updating my list of books I own, and this was the one book series I pulled out and had to scan the covers because I wasn't sure what books I owned, and I was hoping to find another book by Dale Brown that's part of this Patrick series, Day of the Cheetah, because when I pulled my copy out, the book started to fall apart. I was so mad. Like the pages were starting to come out like and split. Like the cover is in great shape, but the book has been read so many times, it's starting to split. So unfortunately, they didn't have that book, so I'll have to order it, and I'll have to definitely do the Patrick McLennan series on the channel. It's a really good series. So I got a paperback of Warrior Class. I have like not a hardcover, but it's like a bigger paperback of that book. All right, and speaking of Robert Ludlum, the Posivar Mosaic. Okay, this is from Bateman Books, and first published March 82 by Random House. This edition is March 1983. This is a book about two spies. The one is from the States, the other is from the Soviet Union, and they kind of decide to abandon their agencies because they fall in love and they decide they don't want to work for them anymore. So they run away, and then the main character witnesses his girlfriend being executed on the beach, and then he finds out that wasn't really her, so he's not sure what to do with his life. And then he spots his wife, his girlfriend in Rome, and he kind of goes after her and stuff. And I remember trying this book, and it gets off to an interesting start, but there was a part in it that I was kind of like left me scratching my head, and I gave up on the book. So I'd like to give this book another try and see if it gets better or not. Okay, and then another book by Robert Ludlum I got, The Bourne Supremacy. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought I got the third one. This is the second one. Great. Now I got two editions of the second book. Lovely. Okay, this is from Bateman Books, and this edition is from March 1987. This is the sequel to The Bourne Identity. God damn it! I thought I got the third one. Ugh. Oh well, I'll just order it. I got the third book, but it's kind of rough shape, so I like to get one that's a little nicer, but oh well. Anyway, Red Army by Ralph Peters. This was another book that was on my wish list. This is from Pocket Books, and this was published in March 1990. This is a World War III book, but instead told from the Russian side instead of the American side. This is about a young Russian soldier who's fighting against Americans, and the book follows his conflict, what he thinks is right, what is wrong, and what he's going through while fighting Americans. So this sounds like a really interesting story, so look forward to checking this book out. Okay, then the last thriller book I got, which I saw a bunch of copies, and this is like a self-published book. Dark Comes the Night by Ian Barrett. This is independently published from 2017. It has no publisher name on it, company name on it, but anyway. This is about a Black Ops operative uncovers a terrorist plot that these terrorists are gonna attack the Capitol. Unfortunately, he is framed for a crime or murder that he didn't do, and now he's being hunted down by his own agency, so he has to deal with that and the terrorists at the same time. So this sounds really interesting. Okay, so now the last set of books I got, they had a lot of fantasy, and the one book series that they had a lot of was Terry Goodkind, so I was able to complete well, not the entire series, but it just got like the first few books in the Sword of Truth series, just to read this series because I'm curious what it's like. So the first book, Wizard's First Rule. That is a really cool cover. I like that. And I had another edition, but the gold was peeling off, so I'm glad I got this one. Oh, it's got a map. That's cool. This is from Torg, and this is from 1994. This is a really thick book. This is like a fantasy epic series, and as I said in my last book haul, I've heard so much controversy about this author being accused of plagiarism and him not being a really a good person despite his name. When I was getting these books, there's a guy that saw the books I was getting, and he said this is actually it's an entertaining series. Yes, he does copy from other books, but he was telling me who hasn't everyone else copied off. So I'll see for myself if this is entertaining or is it a bad series. So that's the first book. Second one, Blood of the Fold. Again, really nice cover. And this is from Torg, and this is from 1996. A continuation of the Sword of the Truth series. Okay, and this is the... Oh, no, sorry. Blood of the Fold is the third book. I'm sorry. Blood of the Fold is the third book. This is the fourth one. Temple of the Winds. I really like that cover. It's really nice. Alright. Okay, Torg, and this edition's 19... Let's see. This edition's 1997. Alright. Stone Tears. Okay. Okay. Next one. Soul of Fire. It's not a bad cover. It's nice. Wait a minute, didn't I already own this book? Oh yeah, I did. Just a better edition. Yeah. Yes, I already own this on this book, but with a better edition. So, but anyway, back to the other one. All right. Okay, this is from Torg. This edition's from March 2002. So I accidentally got a book that I already owned, so I'll just discard this one as I already got a nice edition of it. But anyway, on to the other books I got in the series. Fate of the Fallen. Okay, Torg, and this is from... I think this is from 2001, this edition I got. Okay, next, The Pillars of Creation. The one thing I will say about this series is that the cover artwork is really nice. I really like the cover. It's really detailed, kind of like landscape fantasy mixed landscape fantasy covers. This is from Torg, and this one is from 2002, first edition 2001. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Chainfire. Alright, Torg. Okay, this is from 2005. Alright. Last two I got. Phantom. Torg 2000. Okay, first edition 2006. This edition is 2007. And then the last one I got. Naked Empire. Torg, and let's see, first edition 2003. This edition is 2004. So I'll definitely have to do a series of the Sword of Truth series on the channel. That would be either interesting or bad, depending on what I think of these books. Alright, that's it for the book haul today. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'm so glad. I've been waiting for this day for such a long time, and I'm glad I went and got a lot of books. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I had a lot of fun, as I have begun reading the third book in the Morel series. What's the third one again? Spectres of the Dawn. So I'll be reading more the following morning, as it's now Wednesday now, as I was recording this. So yeah, so later on Wednesday, later on today, I'll be reading more of the third book, Spectres of the Dawn, so I can get the series wrapped up, as I will begin my next series, Summer Slaughter 2, as I gotta finish up the trailer for that, and along with some other books I picked out I want to read as well. Alright, if you like this video, please like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to October Library, the YouTube channel, and the Facebook group of the same name, a place to post, share, and view fiction. Until then, I'll catch you later.